Hello friends, today I'm going to talk about what to do if you don't have a bun form. So last week we've talked about how to use these bun forms, but what do you do if you don't have one? Maybe you forgot one. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to use the hair of your client to create a bun form. So this works best with, works best if you forgot one and you don't have any options at all. But this also works well on someone who's got really thick hair. So if they have a lot of hair to work with, then you can use their own hair instead of using a bun form. So what you're gonna do is figure out where you're gonna have the base of your updo. So this one, we're gonna do it right here in the middle. I'm gonna use the hair that's in this ponytail, kind of like a bun form. So it's kind of like creating an anchor. I'm knowing that the hair that I use under here isn't gonna be really seen. It's gonna be an anchor to put the rest of the hair into. So I'm gonna divide it first into two sections, and I'm gonna back comb it all the way down to the end. So I've got a nice big back comb here. And I'm gonna roll this one up. So you see it's frizzy, kind of messy. That's okay. It's just for anchoring. I'm gonna pin this in. That's number one. If you need more pins, do it. Now I'm gonna do the same thing at the bottom. So the second one, I'm gonna bunk, 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 bunk. And then we're gonna roll this one under. Rolling, rolling, rolling. And then we're gonna pin it. That back combing is gonna be great anchoring for your bobby pins. So now what you wanna do is spread it out so it's the shape that you want the hair that you pull down to be. So it kind of has a donut-esque look. Make sure it's really good and secure. If you need to add a couple bobby pins, go ahead and do that. So I like to kind of go in and put a few extra anchors in to make sure this doesn't slip out at all. Pull it out, doesn't matter if it's frizzy because you're not going to see it. And then hairspray to really lock this in. So now I have already done all my prepping, sectioning, all the things. Let's pretend you're with me during all that. And now we can pull this down and start using this over our bun form. So we'll pull the hair out, and I'm just gonna put it in to the shape that I want it. And I'm gonna gather it over the top of this bun form. So I'm pulling it in, and what I'm gonna do is just take my pins, I'm gonna open them up slightly and push it down into the top. So I'm pushing it down into the top of that bun that I made. I'm not using hairpins because hairpins do not stay in very well for something like this. You want to use actual bobby pins. Going down, and oops, we're bringing all this hair in to the top. So as many bobby pins as you need to get it secure. So what you can see now is all the hair in the top section is just laying over your bun form, okay? And now you can bring it in around the bun and pin it how you want it to be. So I already see this is a little lopsided, and that's what you want to make sure you take care of before you do any additional pinning. This side needs to be a little bit down, or as my 4-year-old would say, a little downer. A little bit downer on that side to even it out. And now what you're gonna do is gather this hair either all at the bottom, you can pin it in, or if she's got thick hair and you have a lot more to work with, you need to kind of go section by section. So that would mean taking one section here, working with the curls and pulling it across and tucking it under. So we'll do that. So I'm just gonna spread these curls out a little bit, grab the ends, and I'm going to push the ends up into that bun base that we created. I can feel that going in good. And I'll do that all the way around. And basically you just want to make sure these are going in even. If the hair is not long enough to do this, you just want to curl this over the top and pin it the best you can underneath. But I can really hide these ends under here. So now that I've got those in, you can see I've got a general shape. And now this is where you need to go in and kind of detail it. So what you'll do is use texture spray. That's gonna help keep the frizz at bay, but it's gonna allow you to move the hair around. So what you wanna do is move these pieces to cover that frizzy kind of underneath bun that we created. So I'm just separating, pulling them out, making some looser than others so it has kind of a textured look. And you want to do that all the way around. And then take a step back, make sure we're all good. If you like it and you love it, give it a spray. Pop, pop, pop. And then we're gonna take our sides and pull them over the top. So I'm gonna start with the other side first because it's a little bit thicker. I've got 3 sections on the top, 2 on the sides, 1 on the very top. So I'm gonna take this section first, and it's already pre-curled, which is awesome. I can loosely pull it over. I see there's some gappage there, so that means we're gonna go back to the top, pull it a little looser, and pull it up over these top bobby pins. So if there's really thick hair here, you might need to do this in a couple of sections. Thankfully, this mannequin has been just used the most, so her hair is damaged and thin and makes for really easy updoing. So what I'm doing here is just pushing down into that bun form that we created. So I did this side, nice and loose and beautiful. And then I'm gonna do this side, same thing. Leave that side out because that looks nice. Twist it over the top. And you can use some extra anchoring here. I put a few bobby pins in here just so you can see how that holds. One over the top. Tuck these ends in. And we're looking good, friends. So I wanted to show you one more thing about creating that bun form with the hair that's really, really lovely. So I think you get the idea of how you can use the front. It's just really soft and beautiful. I kind of just pulled it over the back here. And you know, we could leave this piece out. We could pull it back over the top. That looks kind of cool. So I would just kind of lay this over the top and pin that in. That actually looks really nice. That's the benefit of having pre-curled hair. You can kind of lay it over the top and see what you like before pinning in, which is something that I do all the time. I curl, I kind of play around with a section, see where I want it to go, and then I pin it in once I've really decided that I love it. All right, so we've got that all pinned in there, right? So here is the beauty of having that underneath when you don't have a bun form. Because I have got that base under there, what I can do, and this especially is great with short hair, is these pieces here, you know, they're tucked all the way under, right? So we've got some anchoring under there, but you might need to put some extra anchoring actually into the bun, especially if you got some shorties hanging out that aren't tucking themselves in. So what you're gonna do here is just take your bobby pin, pinch the very top. I'm not opening it, I'm just pinching the hair here, and you can kind of weave it into that and push it in. So it's woven in there, my finger's in just a little bit, and then just pull the hair around it to kind of cover up where that went. And so you can do that throughout any spots that you need. It will hide the bobby pins, but you have that bun in there that will anchor it. If you don't have anything in there, when you try to pin those pieces in, there's nothing for it to go to, or it just ends up getting flat because you have to keep pushing against the head. But this, because I've got this, the hair in there, you can see even as I pull it out, it stays put and it's nice and full and it gives a great shape. So this hair would literally never do this if I didn't have that great base in there because her hair is too thin, okay? It's not gonna work. If you have a bun form like this, awesome. It's gonna create that bulk for you, but if you don't, this is a great tip to use. So if you like this, please let me know in the comments. I love to create anything for you. So if there's something you really struggle with, let me know, put it in the comments and I'll create a video just for you. There's more at the Updo Collective. Please join me over there and I'll see you next week.